How would you like to be able to read other people's minds? Well, the next best thing is here. When you know how to read a person's name, you know how the person thinks, feels, and behaves. Each letter in our name holds a key to unlock our true essence. Our name contains both our gifts and challenges in this lifetime. Mnemology science discovers personality secrets hidden in the placement of the letters of our names, including the first and last impression people remember about us. Sharon shows us how to interpret the arrangement of letters as outlined in her book, Know the Name, Know the Person. Sharon Lynn Wyeth created mnemology science after 18 years of research and testing her theories, and has supported thousands of people around the world in understanding themselves and others better. You'll enjoy Sharon's unique teachings as she shares her system to learn the gifts behind your given birth name. Even if you don't like your birth name, there are jewels in this book. If you're thinking of changing your name, ready to name your child, or wanting to get along better with others, this is the book for you. If you'd like to improve your relationships and change your life for the better, get the book today, Know the Name, Know the Person, or visit www.knowthename.com. That's www.knowthename.com. If you are looking for a safe, zero-calorie, natural option to the harmful artificial sweeteners on the market today, Just Like Sugar is what you're looking for. Just Like Sugar is a wonderful natural alternative for those health-conscious people who choose a calorie-restricted diet with a great, pure, sweet flavor that tastes just like sugar. Just Like Sugar is a great natural option for people suffering from diabetes and may be useful in restricted diet programs where standard sugars are not allowed and does not cause a laxative effect of some other sweeteners. Just Like Sugar comprises a perfect blend of chicory root fiber, natural calcium, natural vitamin C, and Just Like Sugar's sweetness comes from the natural flavors from the peel of the orange. Just Like Sugar is a natural alternative to harmful artificial sweeteners and will change the way that you believe all natural sweetener products taste. Just Like Sugar is available at your local Whole Foods markets, Wild Oats markets, Henry's, Sun Harvest, and many other fine natural food stores in the U.S., Canada, and worldwide.
Welcome to the Imagine More Success radio show with Cindy and Thomas. We're so glad that you could join us today. We had a really fantastic week thinking about all of the responses that we got from the previous show. Cindy, in that first show, we spent some time talking about identifying what it is that you really want. I mean, did that really hit home or what?
Well, I think about that every day. I don't know about you, but...
It was a real eye-opener. Some of my friends that listened to the show got some really fun comments on Facebook, and they were engaging with me, and we had a chance to talk about it off the show as well, which was really cool. It's so funny because so many of them are like telling me, I spend all this time just kind of working and doing and taking care of the kids and making sure everything's in order and doing all the daily tasks, and sometimes I just get lost in what's really important to me.
And that's true, I think, for most people, because we have so much going on in our lives and we have so much coming at us these days with all of the electronics going on that we don't even take a minute to think about what's in front of us, much less what we really want.
Yeah, that's very true. There's tons of distractions just in general. So anytime we can kind of focus in on, what's really important to us, it seems like it just gives tremendous value to our lives. I mean, I feel that way for sure.
Well, and here's the kicker is that a lot of these folks need to get a copy of our Series 1 courses that really help people figure it all out, because there's so many areas that we need to take a look at as to why it is that we're not only not thinking about what it is that we truly want, but how to get it.
Yeah, really true. When I studied with Marshall Thurber a long time ago, he actually talked about the inverse relationship between needs and power. And he said, if your needs are increasing, sometimes your power is going down. But if your needs decrease, your power goes up. And you can choose which slider you want to move. Do you want to increase your power, or do you want to decrease your needs? And I just found that fascinating.
Well, I just go to the health food store and pick up another nutritional.
Just keep going, make them both go higher.
Well, energy is really the secret to getting a lot of things done, whether it's your mental mindset energy or your physical energy. And a lot of people really struggle with their physical energy, because I'm shocked at the young people who are so tired. I mean, we were all young once doing all that stuff, and we still managed to, go to classes and work 2, 3 jobs and still go out dancing on Saturday night, right?
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is just the change in the world. I mean, there's so much more, so many more things that you're dealing with that you didn't have to deal with before, whether it's more microwaves, more radio waves, things that are constantly affecting our lives. It's also the amount of, or the lack of physical activity that most people are doing, the lack of connection with other people in their lives as well, because people are busier now than ever. So there is less time to actually connect with the people that are close to you that you really love. And I think all those things, including, we talk about plastics and things like that, that affect people that scientific studies have shown have actually lowered testosterone levels in men over time. There's so many different things that are affecting people's energy levels. I don't think it's so much that people are changing as much as the things around them are changing, and that in turn is changing them.
Well, you see, I'm, as usual, the half full glass kind of gal, and I look at it with the perspective that we have so many new tools to help us through our day that it allows for more time. And thus, that's why you and I have written those courses called Find Hidden Money and Goal for It, because people always ask how we both get so much done. And those are the secrets in our courses as to how that happens, because I have a full plate as you do, and look at what we're accomplishing.
Absolutely. And this is the thing too. We're not special people or anything like that. This is something that everyone can do, and figuring out what you want to do, figuring out what the roadblocks are, then finding out how to dissolve them and move past them. It's really what life is about when it comes to at least goal achievement and imagining more success, which is not just the title of the show, but what we try to promote pretty much every single day of our lives.
Well, and here's how we're special, Thomas, is that we are sharing our secrets.
Yes, absolutely.
So if you're a business person or even a housewife or even a solopreneur that you would like to get more out of your life and make more money and find your hidden money, then you need to tune into the show, because every fourth segment we're going to share some of those secrets free of charge and tell you how you can get the whole darn course.
Absolutely. And a little bit later in our next segment, we're going to be hearing from our guest today. Our guest interview is with Carolyn Cooper, who's going to be talking to us about some really amazing ways that you can free up more energy in your life, as well as dissolve some of those roadblocks that we talked about towards your goal achievement, and really help you get past some of the major fear and stumbling blocks that are standing between you and what you really want in your life.
Well, and the interesting thing about Carolyn is she not only does some almost magical things with energy, she also has a business model that she can teach people how to do it. So it's twofold for this guest with Carolyn today. And I know a lot of people are probably thinking, ooh, energy, that's kind of woo-woo. Well, guess what? Centuries ago, they thought everything that we're living with today is woo-woo.
Yeah, and seemed almost unbelievable. Isn't that funny?
I know. And so I'm so excited to bring Carolyn on the show, because we met her at a conference earlier this year. And I was fortunate enough to get a session with her. And I can share with you that if you're listening, you are going to want to hear about what this woman can do for you, because I'm telling you, as we age and as we have a lot going on in our heads, we have a harder time sleeping. Well, one of my big benefits of working with Carolyn was I've had the first uninterrupted 7 hours of sleep I have had, and I am not telling you how much time it's been, but I feel fantastic. So, Thomas, buckle up. We're going to get those next courses knocked out in no time.
That means that I need to get more sleep then too. If you're getting
That's
more
right.
sleep, apparently. That's really cool. And that is one of the benefits of what Carolyn does, and we're going to spend some time with her in the next segment. There's going to be some really really wonderful information for you, so you're going to want to stick around. I do want to talk a little bit today about kind of the opposite of what we talked about last week. If last week we talked about what you really want, let's talk a little bit about the roadblocks to what you really want. What are the things that are standing between you and getting what it is that you want, since you've had some time to think about that over the last week?
You know what? That is one of my very favorite topics because, as you know, as a business consultant and intuitive coach, one of the things I work on with almost every single client that I have or company that I work with are how to overcome those roadblocks. And the good news is that's what all of our courses are about.
Yes.
So,
And, this is a thing that really sticks out for me when it comes to roadblocks that when we first started talking, the idea that we only have one kind of goal or one specific goal really kind of hit me over the head because I always say that basically you told me that I could have an S on dreams. I didn't have to just have a single dream. I could have more than one. And that's awesome because that's really eye-opening to think that your life doesn't have to just be single focused. But once you have more than one dream, then one of the obstacles is like time management and how you're going to do everything, how you're going to figure everything out. And what seems like a mountain to climb is actually a really vast open space of opportunities.
ooh, that was so good. I think we need to write that down.
Sure. You
Well,
think so?
and I think I scared you when we were working on that, Thomas, because when you saw how many goals I had and how I was working on all of them, you probably got tired just hearing about it.
I did. There was like pages. I was like, how is this even possible? One of them would take a lifetime. So
Not if you have a good coach to help you figure it out. And I think one of the biggest revelations that I had, not only with being a coach and consultant, but with my own coach, is that no matter how smart we are, or we think we are, or no matter how good we think we are at achieving goals, every single one of us has blind spots. And if you don't think you have a blind spot, just get yourself a coach and just listen to what they're going to share with you about yours.
yeah, absolutely. The other thing that really cracks me up as well, when we first met and you were telling me about everything that I could do, I had gave you this list of things that I thought were just ridiculous. And you were so calm about it. You're like, you can do all of that. You can do all of that. You don't have to not do any of that. You can do all of it.
Well, we
And
probably wrote it out and planned action plans that day too.
yep, we did right away. And that's what got the ball rolling. And that's, why we are here today on this radio show. Even though that wasn't one of the goals, that was a part of one of the goals. And it's incredible. So, when it comes to finding these roadblocks, a lot of the roadblocks are literally just inside of our heads. And when you're committed to the outcome and getting the very things that you do want, you just got to push those roadblocks out of the way inside your head. And magically, the roadblocks that are in front of you in real life have a tendency to go away as well.
Well, and it's funny because sometimes those roadblocks become opportunities.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Think about that one for a minute.
Roadblocks are often opportunities. And again, to quote Marshall Thurber, he said that often the road to success is paved with inconveniences. Boy, did that stick home with me.
And potholes. Just look at the new tax out there for gas to fix them, huh?
That too. So do
That's
stick
it.
around with us. In the next segment, we're going to be hearing from Carolyn Cooper from Simply Healed. She's going to talk to us more about energy healing and energy work, how it can affect your life and your business for the better. So do stick around with us. When we come back, we're going to hear from her. We're also going to be talking about how you can start to dissolve some of those roadblocks that are in front of you and the goals that are important in your life. And we're going to teach you a few little fun things in the fourth segment. So do stick around on the Imagine More Success radio show. How would your life change if you could develop the business and personal skills that you need in order to make more money? Do you want to learn how to achieve your big life goals faster? Then go to findhiddenmoney.com and get the Goal for It online course. The course teaches you how you can set and achieve your biggest goals while completely overcoming the roadblocks to your goals so that you can realize your dreams and imagine more success. Go to findhiddenmoney.com.
Memorable dynamic presentations are a not-so-secret weapon in the business world. Do you have a powerful message that must be shared, but you haven't found a way to deliver that message? Do you want to be known as a top public speaker who gets amazing results? Are you ready to create and deliver your powerful message? Thomas Hides can help you create and deliver your speech to get the results you desire. Visit iconquality.com.
Did you expect your business to flourish, but instead it plateaued or didn't get off the ground yet? Would you like to achieve massive goals and discover new sources of income within your business? When you're ready to experience that type of success with fast results, Cindy Hendricks is the business coach for you. Her work with entrepreneurs and business owners has been life-changing. To get you and your business where you want to be, go to imaginemoresuccess.com.
Has the fear of public speaking stalled your business or personal life? What would you give to develop and maintain supreme confidence? Have an invaluable private program to always perform at your best. Imagine how you would feel. You can have all that and so much more today with Thomas Hides' life-changing course called Number One Fear Unleashed. Visit numberonefear.com and be liberated from your fear of public speaking.
Welcome back to the Imagine More Success radio show. Today we have been having a really fun time talking about not only what you really want, but the things that are standing between you and what you really want. So today we're bringing on a guest, Carolyn Cooper, who's going to help you figure out exactly what it is that you can change and do in order to get the things that you want based upon energy healing. Carolyn, welcome to the show.
Thanks. I'm excited to be here.
Hey, Carolyn, thrilled to have you.
Hey, Cindy.
You know, Cindy actually met you first at an event that we were at here in Las Vegas, Holly Porter's event, prosperity event. And she was very excited about having you on the show because you've done some really great work with clients. And since then, she's actually had a one-on-one experience with you, and she's been raving about it. I've heard all about it, and she's talking about how much more energy she has. So that's obviously something that you do for people. Take a moment and tell us a little bit about how you helped one of your clients and their major successes.
Well, all right. I work a lot with people from all walks of life, but with business people. I had a client recently, and she kept saying how she was just so unclear about moving forward. She wanted to change some things in her business. And once we got moving some of those energetic blocks that, just negative thoughts, limiting thoughts, we discovered it wasn't a lack of clarity that she had, which is what she kept saying. It was fear. Like she had so much fear that was keeping her. She was hiding behind the fear and saying, oh, it's just a lack of clarity. No, she was really clear. Once we moved the fear, it was like, oh, I am kind of clear on what I want. I am very clear on what I want to go ahead and go forward with.
Cool. And kind of tell me the difference between how she felt before she worked with you and then how she felt after she worked with you.
Oh, she was really stuck. She'd been stuck for a long time, and she'd worked with a couple other coaches, which were great coaches. They were strategy and business coaches. But if you've got something looping around in your subconscious that's telling you you're not good enough, you shouldn't put yourself out there, people are going to see who you really are, and then they won't be impressed anymore. And when you have fears like that in your subconscious, they kind of dictate how you move forward or don't move forward. So then afterwards, once we released, the fears, and we kind of looked at them, because once you pull that monster out from under the bed and really look at him, it's like, oh, it's a teddy bear. It's, you really, what's there? And you think, oh, that sounds ridiculous now to be so worried about that once you shine a light on it. And then, she was like, oh, now I know what I need to do. And I feel confident enough in myself, I can go forward with this.
And Carolyn, that's exactly what I'm talking about in the first segment of the show today, that you need a coach that can look for your blind spots. And she obviously had a couple, and you zeroed right in on them.
Well, yes. And it's I like how you say blind spots. I always tell people it's hard to read the label when you're inside the jar, because she'd
Yes.
also done some other business coaching, which was fabulous, but her self-confidence needed to be, we needed to open up the creativity and self-confidence and get her back in touch with her best self, so that she could do the things that her strategy coach had assigned to her to do, and do them feeling good about it.
Well, and isn't it interesting that the other two coaches had her clarity down pat, and she didn't even realize it because it was so clouded with her lack of self-confidence and the fears surrounding her business.
Yes. Yeah. I love that I do it. It's so interesting to me. I love working with people and seeing their lives change. And so often it's just a small little shift in perception, and it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, but with that energy shift, that is huge. And people underestimate the whole energy thing. And it truly is a big, big, big thing that you have to embrace, and look at what it's done for your client. My goodness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she had some childhood things. She also had some we inherit things from our ancestors, good and not so good. And the study of epigenetics, which is, just maybe in the last decade, now science knows that that's a real thing. We actually do inherit things, but it's unseen to us. We can feel like we're being tethered back, but we can't always put our finger on what it is to fix it. But your energy speaks louder than your words. So when I'm working with someone, I can read it in their energy pretty easily, because I've done this for so many years.
Fascinating.
Yeah, so how much of, let's say when you work with a client, how often do you find that some of the limiting issues that they're having in their life are actually based around ideas that were developed in childhood?
Oh, wow. I've never put a percentage to it.
But, and is it quite a bit? Do you find that quite often?
Yes, because we get the thought patterns really early on. And a lot of times, especially I've noticed in probably the last 8 or 10 years, people are really savvy. Like everybody's kind of waking up more than before, to look at their past, to look at, why did I learn that in childhood? Why do I have this belief about myself or about what I can accomplish? So nowadays it's a little easier working with clients in the sense that they've already done some of the mental processing of it, before they get to me. But still, if it's stuck somewhere in an energy system, I'm just helping to clear away the last of the cobwebs that are still there.
And I just heard you use the word just, which I always laugh whenever I hear people that are, really expert at something and doing great work with people. They'll often say just before they tell you the most amazing thing that they've done for people, because the idea of clearing that massive roadblock in someone's life is just a very valuable service that you provide. I mean, it's really incredible.
Well, now that we know how effective that you work, Carolyn, can you take a minute and share with our listeners about a little bit about how you do what you do? Because sometimes people get a little, I don't know if scared's the right word, but concerned about some of the methods that people use. And so maybe you can, because I know you work remotely, which is a plus. And so if you could maybe share a little bit about the how.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm trying to think how to say that over the radio.
It's basically starting with the energy assessment first, right?
Yes. When someone comes to me for a session, I always tell them, don't be worried. It's very conversational. Basically, I see letters and numbers and cartoons and stuff in my head that tell me the story and what to clear and where to go. I train people and I certify practitioners, and not everyone who comes to my class has that gift. We all have different gifts. Like mine happens to be clear vision, which another name is clairvoyance, but some people get a little freaked out at words like that. So, I see it in my mind's eye. Some people just feel it in their gut. Some people know it, just have a knowing, claircognizance. I actually have some practitioners who taste and smell certain energies, like a bitterness. If someone's lying to them, they'll taste like metallic or something bitter in their mouth. So we all pick up things in all different ways. So I encourage everybody to use what you have to do it. But when when I'm working with a client, I start just by having them talk to me. I just say, tell me what your intention is for this session. And as they're talking, I can kind of feel the ups and downs and the vibrations of their voice. And I follow the energy. Everybody's energy wants to unwind, kind of untangle what's going on in a certain way. And I never know what that is until I get with that person, because everybody's different. So they may say, well, I'm really struggling with my relationship. And when I get talking to the energy, it's just like speaking a different language. Anybody can learn it. I think we all know it, but we forget it. I'm just helping people remember it when I teach. So it may go to self-esteem first. It may go, maybe they need their chakra system balanced. It can go all different places. And eventually we'll get to what that root of the relationship is. But I never know what route the energy is going to go to get there.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So you have to be flexible, because you don't have kind of just a fixed system for helping people. People have unique and individual issues that they need to resolve.
Yes, I have what I call a menu that I've made up with a whole bunch of things on it, a lot of items. So there's kind of I call it the door, the gateway to the, what's it called on Aladdin? The door to the cave of wonders. So
I love that.
Yeah, just to be fun, I call it that. But so if somebody presents with something that I'm like, where is that telling me to go? I've always got my menu to go back to, and because it's got, so many different places to go, but every person goes to a different place and through a different route to clear what their highest priority. I'm going to add an S on that, priorities, because we clear many things during one session.
Yes, I want you to hold on to that thought, Carolyn, because we're going to come back in a bit and we are going to ask you to share your special gift with our audience. So
yeah, you're
hold on
definitely
to
want
those
to stick
thoughts.
around. Yeah, when we come back, we're going to hear more from Carolyn Cooper, who's the creator of the SimplyHealed Method. It's an effective, efficient, and graceful way of balancing the energy in your mental, physical, and emotional levels. Do stick around. We'll be back in just a moment. How would your life change if you could develop the business and personal skills that you need in order to make more money? Do you want to learn how to achieve your big life goals faster? Then go to findhiddenmoney.com and get the Goal for It online course. The course teaches you how you can set and achieve your biggest goals while completely overcoming the roadblocks to your goals so that you can realize your dreams and imagine more success. Go to findhiddenmoney.com.
Memorable dynamic presentations are a not-so-secret weapon in the business world. Do you have a powerful message that must be shared, but you haven't found a way to deliver that message? Do you want to be known as a top public speaker who gets amazing results? Are you ready to create and deliver your powerful message? Thomas Hides can help you create and deliver your speech to get the results you desire. Visit iconquality.com.
Did you expect your business to flourish, but instead it plateaued or didn't get off the ground yet? Would you like to achieve massive goals and discover new sources of income within your business? When you're ready to experience that type of success with fast results, Cindy Hendricks is the business coach for you. Her work with entrepreneurs and business owners has been life-changing. To get you and your business where you want to be, go to imaginemoresuccess.com.
Has the fear of public speaking stalled your business or personal life? What would you give to develop and maintain supreme confidence? Have an invaluable private program to always perform at your best. Imagine how you would feel. You can have all that and so much more today with Thomas Hyde's life-changing course called Number One Fear Unleashed. Visit numberonefear.com and be liberated from your fear of public speaking.
Yeah, we are in the place to
Welcome back to the Imagine More Success radio show with Cindy and Thomas. Today, we're very fortunate to have Carolyn Cooper on with us. She is the creator of the SimplyHealed Method. And in the previous segment, we were just talking to her about her process for helping business owners to overcome some of the roadblocks that they have to goal achievement. Carolyn, when you're working with business owners, do you often find that there's maybe three things that come up over and over and over again?
Oh, yes. There's in all of my work, no matter who I'm working with, the things that always come up. Sometimes I look for them. Sometimes they're just right in my face when I start working with somebody. But when we talked a little bit before about childhood, a lot of things from childhood, because those are our formative years, and so those impressions, those thoughts, we get some really wonderful, beautiful things, but also sometimes some kind of skewed beliefs, or we perceive things in a way that's not really truth for us. So childhood, generational issues, and just decisions or things that we've made in the past. I notice that comes up a lot for people if they're still harboring, like they haven't forgiven themselves for a decision in the past.
For what they see as a negative outcome based upon a decision that they made.
Yes.
Is that it? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's universal. I mean, I think everyone, can look back and feel like there's something in their life that they wish they had done differently. And if you're one of the fortunate few who doesn't have that kind of feeling, I think that's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think one of the points people miss along the way is everything that happens to us is a life lesson. And instead of not forgiving yourself, we need to look at it like a lesson and to learn from it, forgive yourself, and move forward, because then you possibly won't have to learn that lesson again.
Yes, agree.
Carolyn, quick question. When you find that you're working with people, do they often have these like massive energy increases where they feel more energized and more on task?
Oh, yeah. The thing I hear most often from people, like immediately after a session or at the end of a session, they'll say, oh, I feel lighter. Lighter is the word I always hear, or less burdened. A lot of times, like, we're clearing many things that they may not recognize yet as being out of their life, released out of their life, because they're gone, they're released. And I always say, look for evidence that this is working. I mean, they can feel lighter at the time, but I like them to kind of journal and look back in 3 weeks or 3 months or, a year, and look back to where they were and then see, wow, when my energy shifted and I changed some of those beliefs, I pulled out those weeds, planted new positive seeds. Wow, a lot of things have changed in my life since then. That's what's exciting to me.
Well, I'd like to thank you, Carolyn, because I don't know if you could listen into the first segment today, but I am sleeping like an extra hour every night since we worked on my things.
Woohoo! I'm so thrilled to hear that.
I know. I forgot how much I love sleep.
Well, this is the thing. It's also the increased energy that you're getting from getting the extra sleep and feeling, less burdened, because, I mean, Cindy, your life is not just extraordinarily busy. You have a very, very full schedule, and you just take on a lot of really massive, heavy things in your life. So the idea of, feeling unburdened is tremendous, I think.
Well, but I don't look at what I do as a burden, because I love what I do, but it does take a lot of time and energy. And now that I have more sleep, I can do more.
Yay, I'm happy to hear that. Well, and emotions that people carry can be heavy. If it's anything that's not happy, joy, peace, contentment, all of that, the lower ones, like doubt or confusion or sadness or grief or whatever, they have a heavy vibration to them. And so once you clear not that you had those, Cindy, that's not what we were working on necessarily, but for any of my clients in general, when you clear those, of course it lightens your energy. Like you do feel unburdened, because your natural light that I believe we all have goes ahead and fills in those voids where the heavier emotions used to be. Clear the emotions and it fills in with light instead. So yeah, everybody should feel kind of lighter and a little more spring in their step after getting their energy rebalanced.
Yeah, so if people have interest in working with you, can you give them a way to reach you or a place to find you, and a little bit about the sessions?
Okay. Yes. I'm at SimplyHealed.com. You can also go to CarolynCooper.com. They both go to the same place, whichever is easiest to remember. And I do sessions over phone or Skype. And they're 50 minutes, and it's super easy. You just sign up on my online scheduler, so you can find a time that works for you. And yeah, like I said, when we start the session, I just say, what's your intention for the session? And I always say, throw it all in the pot. Like, so they don't feel like they have to just work on one thing for the 50 minutes. Simply Healed is so fast that, it's like, throw it all in. Let's just clean it while we're here.
I think that's one of the real benefits as well, is the idea that our lives to us seem so very complicated, but having someone help us from the outside, they can really sort through so many of the issues, and also find sometimes what the root cause is for all of these issues. And do you find yourself doing that quite a bit?
Oh, yeah. A lot of things get cleared for people, but they had no idea. Like they'll say, oh, I hadn't thought of that in years, but yeah, can we get rid of that too? Yes, because they're all interconnected. I mean, most of them have, it might look like you're pulling one little dandelion and then you pull out the root and it's this big hairy root, underneath.
Well, and people don't realize that the subconscious is really the driver for everything.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you don't deal with that, you eventually will.
Yeah, and a little bit later, I think this year, we're going to have Dr. Bruce Lipton come on the show, which is going to be fantastic. He's going to talk more about that as well, because there is so much, kind of emerging science around how we're impacted as kids and how it affects us our entire lives. Do you find that since this science is coming out and there's more acceptance, that people are, say, more interested in working in a method like the Simply Healed method?
Well, that is a super great question, Thomas. But actually, I do energy work with my business. Like, so my intention for my business has always been to attract the ideal clients for me. Mm-hmm. And so I always have. So to me, it doesn't know that, honestly, it doesn't make a difference to my business.
Gotcha.
I know people are waking up to energy, and the science is fabulous. And I love that, like Bruce Lipton and others are speaking and writing books, and people are becoming more educated about it. But actually, I've always had awesome clients, and I intend to keep having great clients.
And you will, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, and it's really a secret weapon when you can discover things within a person that removes their limitations and opens up their mindset to what's possible, because that's huge. And look at all the things that can happen if everyone could just do that, and all the things they could each create that would help everyone raise up this planet that's so desperately in need of being raised.
Yes.
Carolyn, you have a gift for the audience today. Take a moment and tell us a little bit about it.
Oh, well, I had mentioned before, I'd said we're going to plant some new seeds and release the weeds. I used that in some context before. And I use a lot of positive affirmations in my sessions because instead of digging through all the garbage to say, oh, when did this start? Why did you feel this way? Where are these emotions hidden in the body? Blah, blah, blah. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just, I don't have the patience for it. So that's why I created my own method. So I just use positive affirmations and go in the front door. And it's like shining a flashlight in a dark room. Scientifically, the light is always stronger than the dark. So the dark moves out of the way when the light comes in. So that's how I see as positive affirmations. I like put those in, and so it cleans out anything that doesn't align with it. So I have a little ebook, Affirmations to Lighten Your Life ebook, and just some fun affirmations that I've written. And do you want me to tell the URL how people can go there?
Yes. Is it right on your SimplyHealed.com website?
It is, but it's not listed. It's only special for your guests. So it's SimplyHealed.com /239. I know it's a weird number on purpose. 239 affirmations.
Cool.
Kind of a long URL, but that'll get you to the page and you can just download it right there.
Well, it sounds like it's worth it.
Well, I think it is. People have said they love it and they love the affirmations because it's easy for me to come up with affirmations after working on clients for so many years. It's kind of like I know there's some on money, some on health, some on self-esteem, the main things that come up for people that I've just worked with over and over and over. So,
yes, I can totally see that.
Love that. Yes. What a great gift. Thank you so much. So listeners, if you want to change your life, you've got 239 affirmations you can get from Carolyn Cooper for free.
SimplyHealed.com /239-affirmations. Yes, definitely check it out. Carolyn, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a real pleasure to have you on.
Oh, it was my pleasure as well. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Guys, if you want to stick around, we're going to be back in just a couple of moments. We're going to talk a little bit more about some of the topics that Carolyn hit on today, and we're going to spend some time doing a little investigation of our own into some of the ways that you can clear some of the energies in your life that are blocking you from getting what you want. So do stick around. We'll be back in just a moment on the Imagine More Success radio show.
I am Dr. Carl O'Helvey, founder, president of a new cancer foundation focusing on evidence-based physical, mental, and spiritual interventions, including natural cancer cures, prayer, meditation, affirmations, nutrition, and other related holistic cancer prevention and cure modalities. These are used in cancer education, research, and financing care. I ask for your help to continue this important work by donating at www.holisticcancerfoundation.com.
Little children aren't the only ones afraid of the dark. Millions of soldiers return from war zones with PTSD, anger, frustration, fear, and loneliness, much of which surfaces during the darkness of the night. You have the chance to change the lives of these American heroes. Songs and Stories for Soldiers.us provides free MP3 players for these men and women. With a list of 3 million songs in 16 different styles, 100,000 audiobooks, and 30,000 old-time radio programs, every veteran can find something to soothe and comfort them at no cost. All our players contain an 8-hour audio program designed to help veterans fall asleep. With 1,500 plus vets now participating, it's our goal to deliver 10,000 audio players this year. Go to our website at songsandstoriesforsoldiers.us. Help us help a veteran make it through the night.
The ability to access the knowledge of the universe is much easier for us to access than we may believe. Brad Johnson, Conscious Matrix Communicator, is one of these unique individuals who is able to access a strong connection to the universal mind. Through his connection, Brad has assisted thousands of clients from all over the world through natural intuitive assistance. The intuitive information received is vast, covering a wide range of subjects. Brad's innate ability includes being able to access one's own universal matrix to help them realize their potential to create a life of profound greatness. One-on-one private sessions with Brad Johnson are available to anyone from around the world. Brad is also a proficiently trained psychic, Akashic Records reader, an online spiritual teacher, founder of his own unique and powerful healing system, Body Regeneration Healing, as well as a professional conscious channeler in communication with his own higher self-consciousness known as Adronis. For more information or to book a service appointment with Brad Johnson, visit his website at www.consciousmatrix.com. That's www.consciousmatrix.com.
Welcome back to the Imagine More Success radio show with Cindy and Thomas. Cindy, this was a really fun show today. It was very enlightening to hear from Carolyn Cooper, who's from SimplyHealed.com.
Well, you got to know that, releasing emotional baggage and mindset is exactly what I love about working with clients. And we have so many different ways to do that. So, Carolyn Cooper is one of those really special people that has abilities beyond the known to be able to really help people that are struggling in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, and one of the I think really great things that she does is take that very complex, or what can be complex, journey for people to discover what's really stopping them, and she kind of distills it down into something which is much more palatable and easy to digest and easy for them to consume.
Yes, and even someone like me who's worked a lot on releasing all the emotional baggage, and I've written meditations to do that, and
Very
ceremonies.
Effective ones, by the way. Yeah.
Thank you, and lots of different techniques. But what she has, because I don't have that much to deal with anymore since I've worked so hard on myself over the years. But she's able to go in and figure out some of that generational stuff that we don't even have an awareness about. So,
yeah.
I think that she is amazing, and definitely, at the minimum, get her affirmations. And if you really are interested, maybe check out what her sessions are about.
Yeah, you know what? I've found so much value in doing this type of work. And I think, if you're listening today, just stop for a moment and think about the times you had the biggest kind of, I'd say, breakthroughs in your life. And typically, I mean, is it usually with someone else helping you or guiding you or a mentor? Because it's been such a big part of my life development that I always assume that it's the same way with other people,
Well,
Cindy?
and for those who it hasn't been a big breakthrough, then they have that to look forward to, because sometimes you go through life and you don't even know that you need that. And I think, what you just said has a lot of knowledge in what people need to really think about, because imagine what you could do if you could release some of the things that no longer serve you that you aren't even aware of.
Yes. I mean, you know what really blows my mind? I was having a conversation the other day with one of my clients, and she was asking me about singing and how I got involved in it. And when I even told her just a quick kind of overview of it, I just realized how many wonderful people I had come in contact with and who I had learned from over the years, and what a blessing it was to have them be an influence in my life, and to like share their knowledge and their comprehension, their understanding, and talk about enrichment and having the chance to just, like sit at the feet of masters. That's just what it felt like. And it's, to look back on it, I really realize how lucky I have been and how fortunate I've been. And it's, something I'd love to be able to share with other people as well, and hope that they have a very similar experience, and have those mentors and have those people that help spur them on to getting to the next point.
Yes, and we have something coming up soon that I'm not sure if you're ready to share about it, Thomas, but some trainings that we have on a very personal level with our new courses.
Yes, we're going to be doing Find Hidden Money courses, the Goal For It course to help you achieve the goals that you want to achieve. We're going to be doing that in a hybrid style course where there's going to be live trainings as well as online trainings that you can do at your own pace in the comfort of your own home. We're going to have some live trainings that we can do over webinars so that we can talk to you one-on-one and to help you to figure out exactly what it is that you need and really get some great one-on-one time with you to help you figure out what's most important to you and how to get it.
Well, and all you need to do is check out one of the multitude of testimonials of how we have helped others, from, homeless women to doctors and everything in between, achieve their goals. And it's quite amazing and very easy with guidance and direction. We also have a comprehensive workbook that, I love cheat sheets. I just absolutely love cheat sheets because
so glad you're here to write them.
Because it makes things go so much faster. Because, Thomas, I love to work fast and I love shortcuts. And so with that comprehensive workbook, it makes it so fast. And you are going to be amazed at how much you can accomplish. Because if I can write, 12 books in 5 years with how many more? 3 more coming this year.
Right,
so what would that be? That'd be 12, and I can't do the math in my head.
But and this is they're all on different topics.
15 books in 6 years. I can't even believe it.
It's a lot. And they're fascinating reads, really great content. And, I love the fact you've moved into this kind of personal realm as well. And, it's a big part of the process, right? Kind of letting yourself be open to the possibility of sharing with others what's really happening in your life.
Well, and the way that I see it is I have gathered this incredible bank of knowledge over my career. And whenever you work with people, it's always personal, no matter what you want to think out there in corporate America. People are personal. But I've gathered all this great information that you and I are putting both of our knowledge into these courses. And when we finish, it's going to be huge so that people can just accomplish anything. Just about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Something that really jumps out for me is the idea that not only are we kind of on a journey for goal achievement for ourselves, but we have an opportunity to affect so many other people. And that's one of the, I think, the beautiful parts about living in the time that we do, that you have an opportunity. Whatever it is you're doing today, you can affect so many different people. You can really make a difference. You can make a bigger difference now than maybe has ever been possible, not just because of communication, but because of the acceptance that other people have to new ideas and to trying new things and to, I would say, taking in or taking on what's really great for other people, not just themselves.
Well, and one of the things that you brought into the mix, Thomas, I want to share with everyone is that everyone has permission to do whatever the hell they want to do. And I never really thought much about that because you know how I am, Thomas. I just go do it. I don't even ask or think about
permission. You gave yourself permission to everything.
I never had a net, so I didn't have time to ask permission. I just had to roll up my sleeves and go do it. But a lot of times people need to have permission, and it wasn't even, in my sight to even think about that. And I think that's something that we need to put out there for folks, that you don't need anybody's permission to achieve what you want to achieve in your life. You just need to find the path to do it.
You know what's funny? There's a story actually from opera. A famous teacher was teaching a young student, and he just couldn't get anywhere with this young student who he could hear was extraordinarily talented, but his actual voice hadn't yet really shown itself to where other people could really hear it. But he knew there's an amazing voice in there. So he had been working with this student for several months, and he asked him, he said, what's your idea about, changing how you sound? Like, what do you think you should be doing? What's the best thing that you could do? And he said, man, if I could do it the best way that I knew how, I would sing like this very famous opera singer. He's like, really? Why is that? And he said, well, this very famous opera singer is amazing, and he has so much confidence, and his voice is beautiful, and he sings with so much passion and emotion. It would just be incredible if I could do that. And he said, well, we'll demonstrate to me. What does it look like when he sings? And this young guy sang, and he sang with passion and beauty and a beautiful tone, and all this, all these amazing qualities that the teacher could never get out of him. Well, guess what? When he stopped, the teacher's like, well, that's it. You just sing like that. That's what you need to be doing. He's been, he gotten tired of hitting himself over the head and, for months trying to get this student to sing like that. And that when he stopped singing and told him that, the student replied, but I that's not me. The student could not figure out that even his imitation of someone else was actually him. And so he wasn't able to make that jump, that transition, to be able to actually create the talent that he had within himself and to make it known to others.
What a fabulous story, Thomas.
It's always stuck with me because it's so poignant. It's and so I always wonder, in what parts of my life am I doing that same thing?
Well, and here is my take on that story, is that sometimes the coach has a blind spot.
Yes.
So sometimes you need to look for a different coach to help you find your blind spot.
Very true. Very true. And like I said, you'll be fortunate enough in your life to find mentors. There are so many of them out there. And a lot of the times they will show up right when you need them. And thank God for them.
Yes. Yes. And I'm just so excited to, bring our courses to people, because even on, a self journey to go through the courses, you can just get so much accomplished. I mean, it's everything that I've used to get things done in every kind of business and person that there is. So I'm just so excited to bring it to fruition so that people can get out there and do what they're supposed to do.
And so that's the beauty of it, because when Cindy and I asked ourselves, what is it that we really wanted? We wanted to be able to share this information with people and give back and give people the opportunity to really find the parts of their life that have been covered for a very long time, to uncover them and let them have a chance to enjoy it. So it's been really awesome, hasn't it?
It has. And I love for people to be able to just really be who they're meant to be and do what they're meant to do.
Absolutely. So if you want to find out more about the courses, go to findhiddenmoney.com. You can also check us out at imaginemoresuccess.net, where you can get access to all of our previous shows, where we have some amazing interviews with a lot of really wonderful people. And we just want to remind you to always realize your dreams and to imagine more success.
If you are looking for a safe, zero-calorie, natural option to the harmful artificial sweeteners on the market today, Just Like Sugar is what you're looking for. Just Like Sugar is a wonderful natural alternative for those health-conscious people who choose a calorie-restricted diet with a great, pure, sweet flavor that tastes just like sugar. Just Like Sugar is a great natural option for people suffering from diabetes and may be useful in restricted diet programs where standard sugars are not allowed and does not cause a laxative effect of some other sweeteners. Just Like Sugar comprises a perfect blend of chicory root fiber, natural calcium, natural vitamin C, and Just Like Sugar's sweetness comes from the natural flavors from the peel of the orange. Just Like Sugar is a natural alternative to harmful artificial sweeteners and will change the way that you believe all natural sweetener products taste. Just Like Sugar is available at your local Whole Foods markets, Wild Oats markets, Henry's, Sun Harvest, and many other fine natural food stores in the U.S., Canada, and worldwide.
Memorable dynamic presentations are a not-so-secret weapon in the business world. Do you have a powerful message that must be shared, but you haven't found a way to deliver that message? Do you want to be known as a top public speaker who gets amazing results? Are you ready to create and deliver your powerful message? Thomas Hides can help you create and deliver your speech to get the results you desire. Visit iconquality.com.
Linnea Starr began to demonstrate a metaphysical connection to the spirit world as a little girl. Her family noticed the connection, but it was a great-grandmother who told the family that Linnea was indeed gifted. The great-grandmother, who was also gifted, felt that Linnea had indeed inherited these attributes. It has been noticed that oftentimes such things are passed down through the generations. Linnea was also born with a caul, a thin white membrane across the newborn's face. Legend has it that if the baby is born with this caul, the child will have second sight, or what we call psychic abilities. Linnea Starr does past, present, and future, and has the gift of prophecy. It is written within scriptures that if you are able to give factual information and prophecies indeed come true, the gift in TAR.com.